Nate, I just want to say thank you for that kind introduction. Thank you, Paul Rosengard, and the entire Father's Day Council for recognizing my dad with this prestigious honor. My dad regrets that he's unable to attend today's ceremony. He's home recuperating from an illness right now, but he's so humbled to be in the same company of business leaders like Jamie Salter, like Vincent Vargas, former military leaders like Generals Eisenhower, Patton, Powell, and Petraeus. As my dad's bio read, he is well accomplished in Army Special Forces. I want to add one thing. He was the commander of Task Force Dagger, who in October of 2001 deployed to Karshi-Khanabad Air Base in Uzbekistan, and they were the leading element in the response to 9/11. In a span of 2 months, Special Forces detachments under his command, in conjunction with the Central Intelligence Agency and Afghan partners of the Northern Alliance, overthrew the Taliban, and I just thought that'd be relevant to share with people in this room and folks here in New York. Given all of my dad's accomplishments, he would tell you that being a father is still his greatest one. No matter how busy he ever was with work, he always made family a priority. As the youngest of 4 children, I grew up in quite a large home, and from my most distant memories, I recall my dad being invested in my siblings and me. From the moment he came home from work, he was interested to know how our days were. He was heavily involved in our sports, constantly making time to practice with us on weekends. He coached many of our teams, and when he wasn't coaching, attended as many games as he could. When we weren't playing sports together, my dad was happy to simply spend time with us. Whether we were watching a funny movie or a bad show on the Sci-Fi Channel, we enjoyed each other's company. Even though he was often busy with work, my dad remained observant of and attentive to my siblings and me. Being the youngest, my voice was sometimes lost amongst the crowd. I specifically remember one time when we were in the car, some of my family, and we were deciding what to do next. I remember that I wanted to do something different from everyone else, get ice cream, maybe, I can't exactly remember. But what I do remember is my dad driving said something to the effect of, you know, Joe's often getting the short end of the stick, we'll stop and get some ice cream. That small gesture meant a lot to me because it reminded me that my dad cared and was always paying attention. My dad's care for my family goes further than just ice cream. He has always made himself available to my siblings and myself for guidance. To this day, when we call him seeking advice, even late at night, he'll make time to help us. This could range from talking through leadership challenges at work to last-minute proofreading of papers for school. Additionally, my dad has set an outstanding example for my family on what it means to have deep faith. I remember from a young age my dad instilling in me the importance of placing God at the forefront of my life, and I will always appreciate that. My dad credits God for his success as a military officer, but more importantly, thanks God for his family, my mom, my siblings and me, and his grandchildren. In addition to being a great father to my family, I know my dad also served as a father figure to many military leaders and soldiers in his various commands. Throughout my childhood, I saw firsthand how much my dad cared for his people, almost seeing them as his army children. He mentored them, listened to them, and vouched for them, and I know they appreciated it. I know this because to this day, he remains extremely close with many of these army leaders, including Paul Rosengard's brother, Colonel retired Mark Rosengard of Special Forces, who served with my dad in Task Force Dagger in Afghanistan. To say I am proud of my dad is an understatement. Even with his exceptional military service and accomplishments, being a father is his most cherished achievement. He is well deserving of this award. He asked me to express how deeply humbled and honored he is to receive it. Thank you.